Hello students, Standard 8 in Chemistry Chapter 14 Chemical Effects of Electric Current. In last few sessions we learn about the conductor tester, means how to check whether the given substance, given material is good conductor or a bad conductor of electricity, in which we saw that when between the two open ends of the circuit, if you join the material and the light glows, then it is a good conductor, and if the light does not glow, it means that that material is poor conductor of electricity. We saw that when the electric current is very small, sometimes that bulb does not glow, and that can mislead you because it is a conductor, but due to the very small electricity, the bulb does not glow, especially when you check the conductivity of liquids. In this situation we can use LED bulbs also. We already talked about it, because LED can glow when the power is very small also. Now you know the magnetic effect of electric current, means when the electric current passing through a conducting material, it produces magnetic field around it. So as electric current produces magnetic effect, a tester can be prepared by using a compass needle also. You know the compass that is used to determine the directions, in which a magnetic needle is pivoted on a nail such that it can rotate freely, and it always come at rest in the north-south direction. Now using that magnetic needle of that compass, also you can use that electric tester. What you have to do is that just put that magnetic needle near the wire that is conducting electricity, and then when you put the material, in this situation also, if the current is small also, the magnetic needle will show deflection if the material is conducting, means it is a conductor of electricity. And by this way you can see here in the figure also that is the circuit here, battery, and here it is the magnetic needle. Two ends are open. Now if you dip these two ends in the any solution that you want to check the conductivity, then if that liquid is a good conductor of electricity, and if the power is also low, but still the needle will show the deflection. So to detect the conductivity, you can use the magnetic effect of electric current also. Now we have to talk about the liquids. We already talked about it, that liquids also can conduct electricity, but not all of them. Generally, if you take distilled water is free out of any salts dissolved in it, and therefore distilled water is poor conductor of electricity. It means that if you put two ends of the circuit in the distilled water, the current will not pass through it, and therefore your magnetic needle or the LED will not glow. It means that it is poor conductor of electricity. But if you add some drops of acid or base or salt, you dissolve salt in it, then it becomes the good conductor of electricity. So generally, whatever the liquids are conductor of electricity, they must be either acids, bases, or it can be salts. Most of that acid, base and salts are good conductor of electricity. And as I told you, distilled water is poor conductor, but our tap water or water from the well, river, in which some extent of the salts are dissolved already, and therefore they will conduct the electricity. Now we have to come to the point that chemical effect of electric current. So what is the main thing about it? What is the chemical effect of electricity? So generally, when you pass electricity from a conducting solution, then there will be a chemical reaction, and that is known as the chemical effect of electric current, because that chemical reaction takes place due to electricity. When you pass the electricity from that solution, only then the chemical reaction takes place. So that is known as the chemical effect of electric current. There can be so many results when you pass the electric from the conducting solution. There can be bubbles of gas on the electrodes, or maybe the color change. Anything can happen, or maybe the layer of one metal is depositing on the other material. It depends which type of electrodes and which type of conducting material is taken. According to that, there can be any changes will be there in the reaction. So that is called the chemical effect of electric current. As I told you, chemical reaction takes place. As a result, bubbles of gas may be formed on the electrodes. The color of the solution also may changes, or it can be another different materials also, like as I told you that the metals layer can be deposited on the other material. What is the use, what is the application of this chemical effect of electric current? And that is, the main thing is the electroplating. What is electroplating? So now, electroplating, before we go to the electroplating, let me explain about the chemical effect on water. If you take water and add some drops of acid or base, and then by putting two electrodes and you pass the current, then you will see the bubbles on the both of the electrodes. If you put the inverted test tubes there, then the gas will be collected in the tubes. Here what happens? Due to the passing electricity through it, what happens? The water is getting separated in its constituent elements like hydrogen and oxygen. It means that bubbles of the gases are produced. That gases are hydrogen and oxygen gas. As I told you, that maybe bubbles can be obtained on the electrodes. So that is called the electrolysis of water, because that is also the chemical effect. So when we pass the current through the water, it splits into oxygen and hydrogen gas. Only when we heat the water, we cannot separate them, but only when passing electricity through it. So it is also chemical effect of electric current. Now the most common use of this chemical effect of electric current is the electroplating. I hope you have learned about electroplating. What is electroplating? The process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity is called electroplating. It means that we can make a layer of a desired metal on any other material by means of electricity, means by using the electric current. By passing the electric current, we can make a layer of a metal on a desired material, and that process is known as electroplating. So electroplating is the most common use of this chemical effect of electric current, and for that we have to choose special type of solutions and electrodes so that we can make that electroplating process possible. In this method we have to, like if you check like the copper sulfate solution, if you take copper sulfate solution in a glass container and if you put the copper plates in it, then what will happen? We can see that the copper plate will getting cleaner also. But another thing is also that the copper sulfate solution and copper plates, then water in a clean dry basket. Now dissolve 2 teaspoons full of copper sulfate as I told you and few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. Then clean copper plates first with the sandpaper and then dry them and connect to the terminals and then immerse them in copper sulfate solution. Then join with the battery and then current will pass through it. Allow the current to pass through for 15 minutes and then remove electrodes. Then you will see that there will be a different color will be there. Means the coating of one plate is depositing on the another one and therefore it is the electric, that is the electroplating process. Now in electroplating process, what is the use of it? Generally, where can we use the electroplating process? Generally, to make objects appear shiny. For example, you can see that some of the material like chromium. Chromium is a very shiny material and it also does not get corroded, means it not getting rusted, and therefore on the some of the materials we make a layer of this chromium, and chromium is actually expensive but it resists scratches and therefore they use that to electroplate with this chromium so it look very shiny. So that is also done with the use of this electroplating process. And sometimes maybe you heard about the jewelries. Generally the ladies buy the jewelry of the cheap metal and then electroplate it with the layer of either the silver or gold. So now what happens? It looks like they are made of gold or silver, but they are in reality they are cheaper with that cheaper metal. But if you just make a layer by depositing by electrolysis, electroplating the layer of gold or silver, and then it looks like the real gold. એને આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં લોક સોનાનું પાણી ચડાવેલો અથવા ગિલીટ કરાવેલો એમ કહે. તમારી મમ્મીને ખબર હશે, પૂછી જોજો. So that is called the electroplating. So from the copper or other metals ornaments and then on that silver or gold is plated. So that looks like the real gold or silver metals. Then tin is used to electroplate on iron cans used for foods. To store the food, the tins are there. They are made up of iron, but on that also a layer of that tin metal is used so that it does not get corroded, because it cannot get rusted. So that is also very, very useful. So in the jewelry and some decorating materials also, and in the in the automobiles, some materials are made from the cheaper metal, and then on them chromium or zinc or other metal is deposited by electroplating. So it looks shiny also, and it does not get corroded also. And so these are the in the bridges also, in the automobiles, to provide strength, because we know that iron material are getting rusted very, very quickly, because when they are kept open in the moist weather, then it will react with oxygen and it will get rusted, and slowly it will get corroded. But if there is a layer of this another material like zinc, and then what will happen? They do not come in contact with the oxygen, and therefore they do not get rusted. We know that when we put that iron sheets on the roof, patra jine apne kahiye, they are also known as galvanized, because in that also, on that also, the zinc is electroplated so that it does not come directly in contact with oxygen, and then we can prevent them from getting rusted. But in the electroplating factories, the disposal of the used conducting solution is a major concern. So when they use that electroplating solution, then they disposed of in the environment, and that is the big problem, major problem for the pollution. It is a polluting waste, and there are specific disposal guidelines to protect the environment. So if the factories are doing that electroplating processes, they must be careful. They must follow that guidelines given by the government, so that they will not pollute the environment. Here you can see that some of the materials are plated with electroplated with some other metals, like the handle of your bicycle, on the automobiles, some decorative pieces on the wheel, etc. They are using this electroplating so that they look shiny, and they prevent rusting also, and prevent them from getting corroded also. So here we are going to finish the session, and the end of the chapter also will be followed by the PDF. And if any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.